Operation not permitted when creating hard link, but soft link works. I'm trying to create a hard link but get an error message, operation not permitted. By adding a s to the command, I can, however, create a soft link. I can also copy the file. So my user has permission to create files in the directory. Why do I get a permission error when trying to create the hard link, and what can I do to prevent it? Edit, additional information based on some answers. The file system is extension 4 and there is also a bind mount of dir1 on SRV, but unmounting to SRV to dir1 does not make any difference. The device is set up as RAID 5. ISATA for the file shows.
Note that this says operation not permitted rather than permission denied. Besides permissions, there are several reasons why a hard link can't be made. Hard links must be for files on the same file system. But this usually says, invalid cross-device link. Only some file systems, such as Unix file systems, support hard links. If I try to hard link a file on an MSDOS of FAT files item, I get, operation not permitted. Directories can't be hard linked, but this gives, hard link not allowed for directory. So likely the file system you are trying to hard link on doesn't support hard links for this file for some reason.
The provided answers got me on the right track, thanks. The problem was the ownership of the file. The file belongs to a user ID that doesn't exist anymore. That's why after copying the file to copy.jpg, the hard link could be created. After changing the ownership of img1.jpg, also the hard link to img1.jpg can be created. As pointed out in the comments, this behavior can be configured. See this answer on Unix and Linux SC to check which behavior is configured. Check. If it reveals 1, it means that, among other conditions, the file system UID of the process creating the link must match the owner UID of the target file.
Note, this answer had been written before the op used LSATR and showed that the premise of the answer does not apply to their specific case. Still, I think immutability is a sane hypothesis in general. The answer stands for future users for whom it may be useful. It may be the file is immutable. Run lsatter/data/dir1/img1.jpg to confirm. The presence of I means immutable. From man1 chatter. A file with the I attribute cannot be modified, it cannot be deleted or renamed, no link can be created to this file, most of the file's metadata cannot be modified, and the file cannot be opened in write mode. Only the superuser or a process possessing the cap_Linux_immutable capability can set or clear this attribute. You clear the I attribute with. But the mentioned capability is required, so most likely you will need sudo. Before removing the attribute, it's good to think why the attribute is there. If you need to set it back, chatter plus I. Note this changes the metadata of the actual file, think, inode, not of its directory entry, name, path, so if you manage to create a hard link after chatter, I and then chatter plus I the original path, then your hard link will become immutable because it's the same file.
If you want to support the channel, please consider liking and subscribing.